Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Infinite Knowledge, and this is my uh, final year project, and that is a dynamic wireless charging of electrical vehicle. What is my what do you mean by dynamic, or what is the meaning of dynamic? Dynamic, it means that as your car is running on the road, and while it is running on the road, it is charged directly from the magnetic energy, and that is known as a magnetic resonance. I will show you all the things, and that is the first problem definition, then introduction of my project, then advantages of my project, then block diagram, circuit diagram that I simulate in the MATLAB software, and I will show you the waveform as well as the mathematical model as well as the reference that I get from the IEEE papers. So all the things this I will cover in this video, so tune with this video. So what is the problem definition of this video? This project is based on the dynamic wireless charging of electrical vehicle. The problem of the electrical vehicle required too much time. Why the too much time required? Because when you charge your battery while plugging, or while charge your electrical vehicle to plug in your uh, at home or to the holder, so you can it will take 4 to 5 hour. Any electrical vehicle take a 4 to 5 hour to fully charge. But what the dynamic charging system do, as our road is electrified, if you made electrified road, it means the coil is placed at the road or at the top of the road, and while your car is going on the road that have receiving coil, it will receive the energy from the road, or the coil that is a primary coil, and it is on the road, and that transfer a power to the secondary coil that is on your vehicle at the bottom of your vehicle. So this concept replace the charging of the battery. It means you can charge your electrical vehicle while it is passing on the road. If you can directly charge electrical car as they are traveling along the highway, you can save your recharging time of battery. That's why this project is much important, because you don't require if you don't have 4 to 5 hour to charge your vehicle, then you can use this type of concept. So this is why I title this slide as a problem definition. Now one next slide is introduction. So what is in the introduction? Wireless charging use an electromagnetic field to transfer energy between two objects through the electromagnetic induction. It means one is a primary coil and another is a secondary coil. One is a secondary coil is at the bottom of your electrical vehicle, and primary coil at the road. So it the primary coil transfer the energy to the secondary coil as a electromagnetic induction principle. Energy is sent to the inductive coupling to an electrical device, which can then use as a energy to charge battery to the run the device. It means the secondary coil receive energy and give its energy to the battery that is connected to your motor. It means you have electrical vehicle in which your lithium ion battery are used, and the BLDC motor are used. So your lithium ion battery is charged to the energy received by the secondary coil at the bottom of your electrical vehicle. So what are the advantage of dynamic charging? Small battery possible reduce the capital cost, because small capacity batteries are required, because while your car is charging while it is going on the road. Reduce the concern of range of anxiety. Heavier e-vehicles such as trucks and bus are realistic possible, because at highway you can't make electrified road at city, but you can obviously make a road at highway. So this is more important when we are talking about trucks and bus. Now save recharging time of the battery. Now let's see the simple block diagram. In now all the things are come technical. If you are if you really want to make this project, then all the things you require you get from this video. In first of all, you require a DC voltage, and then DC voltage is converted to the high frequency inverter. Why this high frequency inverter required? Because in electrical car or wireless power transfer system, we use resonance frequency. Why we use resonance frequency? Because at resonance frequency inductor and the capacitor cancel out the effect of each other. That's why only the resistive load or resistive resistance are in present in your primary and the secondary coil. So what is a FR? Here we use, or in my project I use the series configuration. We have parallel series parallel configuration, but the series configuration gives nearly 80% efficiency, and the more series configuration are more used in the wireless power transfer system. So this is the best use for the wireless power transfer system. Series configuration. In series configuration, there might be a resistance in inductor and the capacitor. This type of construction, or this type of circuit you shows in the series resonance, and same as the secondary you have a inductor, capacitor. I have to draw the circuit like this way. You have a resistor, you have a capacitor and inductor like this way. This is a primary coil, you can say here primary coil, and another secondary coil is at here. This is a secondary coil, and this is a capacitor, and the resistance are always present in the circuit. So this is R1, C1, L1. This is L2, C2 and R2. So what at resonance? What happen in resonance? In simple, we know the what is a resonance do. In at you can see that this is a series resonance circuit. In when we apply the AC circuit or AC supply to this type of circuit, this is a R, L and C component are connected in the series resonance circuit. So what happened at the resonance frequency FR? What is the resonance frequency FR? First of all, it is a 1 upon 2 pi under root L by L into C. This is a resonance frequency. FR is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root L into C, at which the L and C cancel out the effect of each other, and we get only impedance as R. So you might see this type of graph. This is a resonance frequency F, and at the x-axis and at the y-axis the impedance X are represent. And you might be notice this type of graph in the resonance frequency or in RLC circuit or RLC resonance series resonance circuit. At this point you can say minimum impedance are there. Only this impedance are present when the frequency is FR. At resonance frequency only resistive component are there in the circuit. Inductor and capacitor component cancel out the effect of each other. But when the frequency is less than FR, means at this period or in this region the frequency is less than FR, at that time the basic phenomena, you know, XL is equal to 2 pi FL. You know this simple formula. Same you know this simple formula. XC is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FC, 2 pi F into C. So what this XC? XC is inversely proportional to capacitor. So at that time when the frequency is less, you can say the frequency is less, XC is more compared to XL, because XL is directly proportional to frequency and XC is inversely proportional to frequency. So this in this period XC is much more dominant than XL. Same in this period XL is much dominant than XC, and we get only a less resistance at resonance frequency. More than resonance frequency XL is more, less than resonance frequency XC is more. That's why this is important while we are considering the wireless power transfer, because at wireless power transfer the two coil are the nearly 15 centimeter to 20 centimeter apart. So at this level you get a very much power loss. So you have to do something, or you have to match resonance frequency at less power. So you can say that why high frequency inverter are required, because FR is for the wireless power transfer, it is nearly 50 to 100 kilohertz. You have to require this much of frequency, high frequency, to transfer a efficient electrical power. Now it's a compensating network. What is a compensating network? You can say the capacitor that we connected is compensate the effect of L1. So this is series combination. Here we use series combination. So capacitors are connected to the inductor, and as well as the secondary, the capacitor is also connected series with the L2. Now this is a secondary side. Same we have to use this type of configuration, and compensating device means the C1 and C2 are the compensating network. And same we have to require high frequency rectifier, because you cannot charge your battery with the AC supply. So you have to convert AC to DC, and then you have to charge your battery that is connected in your electrical vehicle. This is receiver coil, you can say, and this receiver coil is connected to the power electronics converter, and that convert the proper voltage or proper shaping your voltage and charge your electrical battery that is connected in your vehicle. So this is a circuit diagram that I simulate in MATLAB. This is a simple. When I supply a 230 volt to the, first of all, the 230 volt AC supply is given to the rectifier, that rectified to the DC supply, and by use of the filter we get this type of waveform. And then we have to supply this voltage to here, but I use a battery to get a proper voltage, DC voltage. I did not connect this connection to here, but I directly use a DC voltage for getting a proper DC voltages. Supply is now converted into a high frequency AC supply, or by high frequency inverter convert this DC to a square wave type high frequency supply. Actually you have to use AC supply, but you can use square wave also, because square wave also convert square wave also transfer a power from primary to secondary. If you match resonance at square wave, you get a proper DC voltage. But if you use AC for getting it or for transferring the power, it will be a more efficient, you can say that. But here I try to simulate, or I try to make a PWM technique at high frequency, but I still not get a proper. I can make a 50 Hz, I can make a PWM technique at 50 Hz, but I cannot make it 50 kilohertz. You understand what is the difference? I cannot get a proper AC voltage or AC waveform at 50 kilohertz. So what I did, I use a square wave here, and it is given to the primary network. Now when I zoom in this circuit, now let's zoom in first what understand this circuit. So you can see that I use a discrete manner. You can get a MATLAB file for this. I given in the description box all the MATLAB file and all the simulation that I done, I given to in the description, so you can understand what is the values, and I will also explain why this value are added, or what is the value of all the components. But what I want to tell you, what I give all the MATLAB simulation file also, so it will not create any trouble. So it is let's understand what is a rectifier. It is easy. When you give a 230 volt AC supply, you get a DC voltage at this load by using a simple rectifier circuit, and by the 2 to 3 volt drop here, and we get nearly 228 volt. So that's why I use 228 volt here. Why 228 volt here? Because rectifier drop 2 volt here. So now it is a 228 volt given to the inverter circuit. This is an inverter circuit in which I use a pulse generator, and this type of connection that you have. I get this circuit diagram, or I understand this circuit diagram from the official MATLAB website. So this converter 228 volt to the high frequency AC supply, and that is given to the primary of the coil, in which the compensated network C1 and L1 are present. So now see at secondary side, at secondary we have to require a rectifier circuit to rectified AC to DC, and then we give to that supply to the battery. Now let's see which type of or how waveform we get. Now at rectifier end we get this type of waveform. At which end you can see that when we make a circuit of the rectifier at scope 1 we get we get this type of waveform. Obviously a capacitor filter gives this type of waveform, charging discharging, charging discharging, charging discharging type waveform. So this waveform is given to the main circuit, but here I use a proper DC voltage. You can say here I use a proper DC battery, that's why I get a proper DC voltage. Otherwise I have to give this supply to my main circuit and this will change to this type of waveform. But I want to check a proper, I want to give a proper DC voltage, that's why I use directly battery to the circuit. Now this is a waveform at the pulse generator to generate a frequency near a resonance frequency, and after calculating all the component I get a resonance frequency near to the 41500 Hz. It means 41 kilohertz, nearly 41 kilohertz our resonance frequency, and according to that I give a time period to the pulse generator to generate the square waveform. So I will give you how this frequency come, that is come in the mathematical part. So tune with this video, you understand all the things that you want, and if you have still any query just comment it, I will definitely reply. So this is a primary waveform in which the square wave type of waveform we get. And why this type of circuit? Because when you supply any RLC circuit you get a oscillatory waveform. This type of waveform is occur in this period, and after a constant period when the resonance frequency is set, the only R is present, and at initial period XL and XC cancel out the effect of each other, and finally we get a steady state waveform. You cannot say steady state, but it is a nearly marginally stable type waveform that we get after some time. It is a marginally stable waveform. Why? Because only resistive components are present in the circuit. XL and XC cancel out the effect of each other. That's why we get this type of waveform in this circuit. So same at secondary side we get this type of waveform, in get we nearly 16 to 18 volt. At the secondary side we get nearly 16 to 18 volt, where the primary side we gave 228 volt. So you can say that nearly 200 volt are drop in the wireless power transmission system, and this is the final output that given to the battery, and that is a nearly 12 volt DC, because the battery is charged on the DC and 0.2 ampere current flow through the load. So now what is understand what is the measurement that I did. First of all I give a supply to the rectifier, and that is a 230 volt AC. Now we get output with the 2 volt drop, and that is a 228 volt DC. Now this 228 volt given to the inverter, high frequency inverter, to convert this DC to high frequency AC. Why this high frequency is required? Due to we want to match a resonance frequency to cancel out the effect of XL and XC. So we get output of the inverter is nearly 228 volt. Voltage give to the primary coil. Primary coil voltage is 228 volt, and the secondary coil voltage is nearly 16 volt, and the final output voltage as the rectifier is a 12 volt. So now understand what is a small scale model. In small scale model I use a 12 volt AC supply, directly AC, high frequency AC, and the resonance frequency of is nearly 39 kilohertz. Why this 39 kilohertz I will explain in the mathematical part. This change according to the C and L component resonance frequency, because FR is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root L into C. As the L and C value of L and C are changes, according to FR is also changes. So let's see which type of, I use a continuous manner, so it will give a better waveform. So let's understand a waveform at the primary side. Primary side means at this scope. At this scope we get this type of waveform in which nearly 12 volt DC supply, not a DC supply, 12 volt high frequency AC supply. You can set a frequency directly high frequency here, because it is a MATLAB simulation. You don't require, you have to only add a frequency that you want. I want a frequency of 39, nearly 39 kilohertz, so I directly added here. So the current, that is a nearly 0.7. Now at resonance frequency 39 kilohertz, 39,926, it means nearly 40 kilohertz. It is our resonance frequency, and at the resonance frequency we get 3 volt 3 ampere current. Why 3 volt 3 ampere? Because I use a load as a 1 ohm. Why then? What is R? R is equal to V by I, or I is equal to V by R. So if my voltage is 3 volt, then resistance is 1, then my current will become a 3 ampere. That's why we get 3 ampere 3 volt, 3 ampere and 3 volt. Now when I change the frequency, now it is a resonance frequency, but if I change the resonance frequency to and make a 30,000 hertz, this is a 30,000 hertz, so you can say that we get the voltage is less than 3 volt. As the resonance frequency in above slide, as resonance frequency we get nearly 3 volt, but when I change the frequency from resonance frequency to less than the resonance frequency, I get a voltage less than 3 volt. That's why the resonance frequency are more important while we are talking about the wireless power transfer system. And same, when I increase the frequency from resonance frequency, you can say the voltage and current both are 1. It is drastically reduced from 3 to 1 when I change frequency to resonance frequency to any other frequency, because you can say that so you can see that this type of waveform in the resonance series resonance, you can see this type of waveform in which the current is maximum at resonance frequency and minimum at another frequency. This is the resonance frequency FR, and this is the F, and this is the I. So you can see that when the frequency is not at resonance frequency, we get less voltage as output. It indicates the why the resonance frequency are much important when we are talking about, or when we are trying to transfer a power by the help of wireless power transfer system. So let's understand what is the mathematical model. In the before understanding the mathematical model, let me show you the MATLAB simulation first. Let me show you the MATLAB simulation. You can see that here this is my circuit diagram that I already explained to you. When I simulate, let's simulate first. I give this file in description, so you get from the description box. Let's simulate it. It will take some time. So it is completed. So you can see that we get nearly this type of waveform at the rectifier end. Now understand what is the main our circuit in which we use a DC supply. This is a 228 volt. This is a current waveform. This is a pulse generator. According to our resonance frequency is a 41,000 kilohertz at primary that we have done. You can in this PPT, when I ask you or when I understand or explain this circuit, our resonance frequency was 41,000 kilohertz. So for that, if you invert the 41500, you get this time period. That's why I use this value. It will converted to the high frequency supply and given to the primary. Now this is a voltage primary waveforms that I already explained. At secondary waveform, these are the secondary waveform, and at the last we get this type of waveforms. We get at the secondary side nearly 12 volt that we get, and nearly 0.2 ampere at the secondary side. Now understand the another circuit, and that is our simple small scale circuit. Now let's see this circuit in the MATLAB. You can see that this is a circuit in which I use a frequency of 39,926, and that is according to find the resonance frequency formula. Fr is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root L by C, and the magnitude of the voltage is 12, and the component or the L and C value that I added is according to the number of turns that we want, or that you want to make a coil. According to your coil number of turns, these values are changed. I will explain how this value comes in the mathematical model. In this type of in this circuit, where is this? This is the main circuit in which you have to add this type of voltage or this type of R and L values, all the mutual coupling and all the values. This is why this all value, how this all value is come, I will explain in the mathematical part also. So let's tune with us. And where is our circuit? You can say this is a circuit in which the primary waveform is this is a primary voltage waveform. Proper you can see that we get a AC, or I supply the AC type waveform, sinusoidal waveform to the primary of the coil, and we get the voltage waveform that is nearly 3 volt at the secondary. So if I change the axis of you can say that I can change the axis, and nearly 3 volt, you can say nearly 3 volt and 3 ampere that we get at the secondary side while we are trying to simulate a resonance frequency. Now if I change the resonance frequency and apply more frequency, and I try to simulate this circuit, let's simulate this circuit. Which type of waveform it is? A 3 volt or reduced? You can say that it is reduced to a 1 volt. So that's why resonance frequency are much important. If you change the frequency, you get less voltage at the output, 1 volt 1 ampere current. Why 1 volt 1 ampere? Because we use resistance as a 1 ohm. So come to our PDF. I hope you understand this video, this simulation, and if you want this simulation, I will give the file in the description box. So let's come back to our PPT or presentation, and this is a mathematical model. Let me explain the mathematical model, and this is for the main circuit diagram. This mathematical models is based on this main circuit diagram, not for this small scale diagram. Do not confuse this with these two. I will explain to the main circuit diagram, and that is this circuit diagram, this main circuit diagram. And what is the value of L and C that I added, that we understand from the mathematical model. Now understand mathematical model. So you can see that we use a number of turn is a 25, diameter is a 7.6 centimeter. It means the diameter of the coil that is a 7.6 centimeter nearly. The resistance radius of the wire is a 3.5, and the resistivity is find from the rho, that is a ohm meter in 1.72 into 10 raised to minus 8. The length of the coil is 750 centimeter. Simple, the cross sectional area is a pi r square. As a circle, it's a pi r square. By the simple resistance formula, R is equal to rho L by A, you have to find the resistance, and that we get 0.0714 ohm, because we use a copper wire and that give a very less resistance. That's why for 25 turns we get the resistance of the primary is 0.0714. Now the primary and the secondary turns are same. That's why the primary and secondary resistance are also same. And for mutual resistance, to put the value of the mutual resistance in the MATLAB simulation, that is Rm is equal to R1 plus R2, and that is a nearly 0.1428 ohm. Now is the mutual coupling. The mutual coupling is between 0.1 to 0.5, but all in research paper we get K is equal to 0.2. Why K is equal to 0.2? Because at wireless power transmission K is very less. Mutual coupling K is very less, because there is no core in between primary and secondary coil. Only air is present, and all the flux produced by the primary coil will transfer to the secondary coil via air. not any medium is given in between, only the air is present, not any core is in between the primary and the secondary. That's why the value of K is very less, and we have to consider the value of K is equal to 0.2. Now for finding the L1 and L2, both L1 and L2 are remain same. The formula for L1 and L2 are this, and we get the value for 73.43 microhenry for both L1 and L2. Same the formula for series configuration, C1L1 is equal to C2L2. By that we get a C1 and C2 value, and that is a 0.2 microfarad. RL that is added in the 100 ohm. Which circuit that we are talking about? You can see that we are talking about the main circuit, this circuit, and you can see that 0.0714 is resistance and 73.43 is our L1 and L2 value. This is the mutual resistance and this is a mutual inductance. So let's come to our PPT. You can see that now find the resonance frequency FR. FR is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. What is the value of L and C? That we already get. L is 73.43 and C is 0.2 microfarad. That's why we get FR is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root L into C, and that is nearly 41530 hertz. Now let inverse. If you inverse this value, we get 2.3 into 10 raised to minus 5. Nearly you get this value, and that's why this value is added. 2.3 value is added in the pulse generator. Let back to the MATLAB simulation. You can see that this is a pulse generator and the value is 2.4, not a 2.3. It is nearly, if you invert the 41590, you get this value 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 5. That's why I added in this pulse generator. Now understand how the mathematical model is done and how you are able to find the efficiency. So this is a basic diagram of the series configuration. This L1 is a inductance of the coil, compensation network C1, R1 and R2 are the resistance present in the primary circuit. Same R2 and RL is our main load, or you can say battery. L2 is the secondary inductance, and C2 is our capacitor. Now simple rule of the KVL and KCL, you can say that Vs is equal to R1 plus Rs plus j omega L1 for this primary, and 1 upon j omega C1 for this into I1. Now why this j omega Mi2 come? Because if I make a circuit for this way, these two coils are mutually coupled, so the current that is flow through the secondary of this coil affect the primary and create a back EMF to the primary, and that back EMF is equal to j omega Mi2, effect of back EMF that oppose the main supply voltage. Same at the secondary, we have this value, and here we have this value. You can say j omega M1 for the supply. So that's why we get this equation. Now consider this as a Z1 and this as a Z2. So this equation, these two equation is replaced by Vs is equal to Z1 I1 plus j omega I2, and this equation is replaced by Z2 I2 plus j omega M I1. Now from equations we get I1 and I2. If you calculate, is a very basic mathematical you are able to do, or if you see this video or if you follow this step, you get the I1 and I2 of this value. Now calculate the P input is equal to Vs I1, and we get the P input for this formula and P output for this formula. Now what is the efficiency? P out upon P in. So by P out upon P in, we get this formula for series configuration of the efficiency of wireless power transfer system. So what importance of the FR? At FR, inductor will cancel out the effect of capacitor. Same, inductor as secondary will cancel out the effect, or the capacitor is cancel out the effect of inductor at secondary, at primary also. That's why this equation are changed, and the resistance only resistance component are present. Reactive components or L and C are remove from this equation, this main equation, at resonance frequency Fr. So we get maximum efficiency at Fr. Now consider Z1 and Z2, and with this equation is replaced by Z1 and Z2 simply. So what is efficiency? Now calculate efficiency. Z1 and Z2 are our resistance, RL is our load frequency, this is the resonance frequency. I have used the Fr symbol here. Fr is equal to 41500 Hz, the mutual coupling, and we get finally efficiency by putting all the values in this equation of the efficiency, and we get a nearly 68%, or you can say nearly 67% efficiency while use series configuration of the wireless power transfer system. So these are the reference, from that we get this knowledge. And I hope you understand this video. If you understand this video, like and subscribe my channel Infinite Knowledge, and thanks for watching this video. And if you have still any query, just comment it, I will definitely reply. And you get a MATLAB file for both small scale and main circuit in the description box. So before going to the description box, like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press bell icon. Again, thanks for watching.